Good morning, friends. Hope you're well. Happy New Year and all that jazz. We are here at the Right Away after party and ready to chat. My name's Kath,
And I'm Nick.
and we just can't wait to get started. It's going to be a busy, crazy year, let me tell you. We've been planning out the year, and already we're maxed out on so many things. So I
Yeah.
hope you'll stick with us and tell your friends, keep coming along. Now, we have a
Yes.
really good topic, and Nick is going to kick us off.
Yeah. So I was thinking, it's the first week in January, and everyone I think is thinking about the new year, like what's going the year going to bring. And I think one thing that a lot of writers that are at that juncture are thinking about is query writing. Getting that query letter out. Picking your agents. Getting that excitement feel of like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get published this year. This is my year, and it probably is your year. So hang on to that feeling, buckle up and get ready for that ride. um, what I want to make sure that you're doing though, if you are, if you clicked on this because it's a query, project and you want to learn about query writing, make sure you have a really good, solid manuscript. Because honestly, no matter how good your query letter is, if those first 10 pages and that manuscript itself doesn't hold up, you're not going to get an agent. So really, really get some beta readers on your work. Make sure you invited a critique partner to look at your work. You have a good eye. You're the writer, but you always need an audience. And so make sure that you're able to take critique as well, because this is a very, very tough subject. Query writing is not for the weak at heart.
Agree.
Absolutely not. The rejection is enormous. I mean, I attest to that. I think Kath can attest to the rejection, but there is fulfillment. I did land an agent, so it does happen. It can happen to you. And I'm just going to share some techniques because I do know that when I was researching query writing, and I've been researching it for a very long time, um, a lot of it was talking about the letter itself. And the letter itself is really important. How to write that letter is really important. But the techniques behind the actual process, I think, is really kind of lacking. Like, how do you find agents? How do you keep yourself motivated? How many letters do you send out every week? How often do you check your email? what avenues do you use to look up and find agents? So these are things that I want to discuss today in the podcast. I am
Good.
going
And
to talk about.
that's why I'm wearing the mountain t-shirt, because every time you get to the top of one mountain, you think you made it, but there's another mountain after it and another one. But don't give up, because the sun
Yes.
will come out.
Yeah. So I really encourage the new, dipping your toe into the query pond. I really encourage you to be kind to yourself. Like, you're
Mm.
not going to be great at this at first, and that's okay. Like, your first query letter may just be like horrific. Like, you may look at yourself and go, "Oh my God, what is my book even about? I don't even know." Like, I mean, that is legit. Like, that's a legit thing.
Yeah.
You wrote this novel, you could have written 3 drafts of it and 3 revisions, and you're like, I still don't even really know how to break it down into a paragraph. And 250 words is very small. It's a very small amount of words. And you have to not only talk about your book, you got to talk about yourself, you got to talk about the agent, you got to talk about marketing sometimes in the query letter as well. So this is a lot to squeeze into 250 words. And so that's the letter, though. And so, really, what I want to focus on right this second is think about your agent for a second. This is what I did. This was a technique I did when I really focused last January. As I sat down and I wrote down on a piece of paper everything I kind of had anticipation for with that agent. Now, I also had a hard look at, like, were those anticipations like realistic? Like, is my agent really going to talk to me on a daily basis? No, that's not going to happen. Is my agent going to hold my hand and tell me all the process? No, that's not going to happen. um, so instead of really focusing on like what my agent was going to do for me, I focused on what kind of agent I was looking for. Like, what kind of person am I looking for in a partnership with? And what do I need that person to kind of like stand for in my life? And I really needed someone that was stable. Like I really wanted someone that's been in the industry for a really long time, but still really hungry, like isn't jaded by the industry. I
Mm.
really wanted someone that was going to be complimentary to me, like really kind of like lift me up a little bit, like, oh my gosh, I'm like, kind of be a fan of my work. Like that's kind of important, for an
That's
agent.
really true. I'm going to say those. You want somebody in your corner.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like I really felt that with your publishers. Like when we had
Mm.
your publishers on, I felt like they didn't just love the work, they love you. Like they love you, and I feel like that's really important. I feel like they should love the work first, fall in love with the work, but then really kind of like your person, really kind of like you. And I do feel like that's happening with my agent. It's new. It's a new relationship. We're still, getting to know each other, but I have such respect for my agent, and I feel like he has the same for me. I feel like we both give each other such great space, which I love. So that's another thing too. Like, have to think about like how often do you expect to communicate with this person, and I think we're running out of time. So I think we're going to wrap it up with that aspect. So number one, think about what kind of agent you want, and think about the expectations you have on that agent. Are they realistic? And write it all down. Just write a list. Write a checkout list, check like almost like a grocery list. Like this is what I need and this is what I want. So that's part one. Everyone, come back for part two, and we'll talk about how do you find this person. See you then. Love you.